Welcome to the Lifestyle Medicine Update. I'm Dr. James Meschino. A study published in the journal Cell in July 2021 showed the value of eating fermented foods in supporting the gut microflora and reducing markers for systemic inflammation throughout the body and helping to regulate the immune system in a more positive way. Now, to put this into context, the human large intestine is home to 400 to 500 different bacteria and other species that are essential to our survival, as well as our immune function and other health parameters. So studies on patients with inflammatory bowel diseases like Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis indicate that the more diverse the gut microflora, meaning the greater the number of different kinds of friendly gut bacteria, like the anaerobic friendly gut bacteria like lactobacillus and bifidus strains, the less likely one is to develop inflammatory bowel disease. And the more competent is the immune system with less propensity for systemic and local gut inflammation in the gut and throughout the body. Now, high numbers of these and other friendly gut bacteria help to crowd out the unfriendly bacteria in the gut that can cause diarrhea, gut inflammatory conditions and infections, as well as some of these negative or unfriendly bacteria also exert other negative effects on digestion, elimination, detoxification, immune function, and other aspects of health. As well, high numbers of unfriendly gut bacteria may also contribute to the development of colon cancer, which is the second leading cause of cancer death in North America, as well as the Western world in general. On the other hand, having high concentrations of the gut-friendly bacteria is shown to improve immune function, reduce bowel toxins, and improve digestive processes in ways that are beneficial to the management of irritable bowel syndrome and also the suppression of inflammatory processes. As such, studies showing that a dietary strategy can increase the number and diversity of friendly gut bacteria and reduce markers for systemic inflammation is of great importance. There are no drugs that can produce an effect like this. So in the study published in July 2021, researchers instructed half the patients to consume a diet that included their choice of various fermented foods they could choose from that are high in friendly bacteria concentrations, such as yogurt, kefir, fermented cottage cheese, kimchi, which is a Korean fermented cabbage dish, pickled turnips, sauerkraut, and other fermented vegetables, as well as kombucha tea. The more of these fermented foods the subjects consumed over the 10-week trial period, the greater became the biodiversity of their gut-friendly bacteria, and the lower were their markers for systemic inflammation. Now, this was assessed by pre- and post studies of their stool samples and by evaluating 19 blood markers for systemic inflammation. As well, this group showed that certain immune cells in their body showed less activation, which would be highly beneficial for patients with Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, and other autoimmune conditions. One of the problems in modern society is that many people are walking around with dysbiosis, which means that the gut microflora contains too little friendly bacteria, lacks diversity of the friendly bacteria, and is overpopulated with unfriendly gut bacteria that can do harm to us. So this common state, this dysbiosis state, is a direct result of the overuse of antibiotics, which kills the gut-friendly bacteria, the consumption of more and more refined and processed foods, and less reliance on foods that are high in fiber, like fruits and vegetables and nuts and seeds and legumes, like beans and peas. And also in the way animals are fed today, giving them antibiotics to spur on their growth. And some of those antibiotics in meat and dairy find their way into the human food chain, and then we eat them and we have meat and dairy products. So this combination of factors tends to reduce the gut biodiversity of friendly gut bacteria and set the stage for a host of intestinal tract problems, compromised immunity, greater susceptibility to gut and systemic inflammation, and possibly other problems like autoimmune diseases. What this study confirms is that we can make a positive change in our own gut biodiversity and concentrations of friendly gut bacteria by simply consuming more naturally fermented foods like the ones I've spoken about here. In fact, in just 10 weeks, you can significantly increase your gut biodiversity and colonies of gut-friendly bacteria by doing exactly that. And this can have substantial health benefits for you going forward. It may also be wise to take a full-spectrum probiotic supplement, as many people do, and be more cognizant of consuming higher fiber foods, which provide nourishment for the friendly gut bacteria, which enables them to reproduce, thrive, and crowd out the unfriendly bacteria, which are dangerous, with whom they have to continually compete for real estate in your large intestine. If you have digestive or inflammatory issues, sometimes adding a supplement with a full spectrum of digestive enzymes and prebiotics can also be very helpful. But with respect to the July 2021 study, maybe think about how you can incorporate more fermented foods into your diet if it hasn't been something that's been on your radar to this point. So I've included the references for this information in the text below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.